Welcome to 77th meeting of Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club. I am Rabia and I am Sergeant at Arms for this meeting. Toastmasters Club is a place where we provide mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. So before we proceed further, I request you all to please turn off all your notifications and put your mobiles on silent. Thank you. Also, I request all of you, including Mr. President, Toastmaster of the evening, and General Evaluator, to please pin the video of timer that is Toastmaster Hassan for today's meeting, so that we can all keep track of time. Now, I would like all of you to please unmute your mobiles and unmute your audios and recite the motto of club with me. For better listening.
For better listening.
For better thinking.
For better thinking.
For better thinking.
For better speaking.
For better speaking.
We learn by doing.
We learn by doing.
Thank you. Please keep your mics off and videos on for a more smooth and fun-filled gathering. I would now like to hand over meeting to the person who is very energetic and always helpful and a delight to listen to. With your huge round of applause, please welcome our President, Toastmaster Akash Kumar. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Rabia. I will start with a story. I've heard that once a 5-year-old son was traveling with his father in a mountain, and the son suddenly fell down. And he screamed, "Ouch!" And a voice came back, "Ouch, ouch, ouch." The son was shocked and he screamed again, "Who are you?" The voice came back again, "Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?" He got angry and he screamed again, "You coward!" The voice came back again, "You coward, you coward, you coward." He was shocked and he asked his father, "What's going on?" And his father said, "Son, pay attention." And he screamed, "You are the champion." The voice came back again, "You are the champion, you are the champion, you are the champion." And the son was surprised. He asked his father, that what was it? And the father said, "Son, people call it echo, but actually this is life. It gives us back what we say or what we do. So if you want to create the love in the world, create love in your heart. If you want to create a competent team, create competency in yourself. If you want to create a vibrant and supportive Toastmasters environment, support your fellow Toastmasters. And I assure you that you will be amazed that the love and respect you receive in return. You will be amazed with that. So my fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, Life is not a coincidence. It's a reflection of what we do and what we say. And as a Toastmasters, we have to focus on that the word we say and how we say it impacts others. So with this, we have some guest. It's Toastmaster Faya Akhtar from ZTC. Toastmaster Faya, are you with us?
Yes, Toastmaster Akash, I'm with you.
Okay, ma'am, can you tell us how you know about us, about our meeting, and who introduced you to Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akash. Well, this is me, Toastmaster Fayekta, the president of Zenith Toastmaster Club from Karachi. And I have come to know about our group. Recently, I just received your link and I just thought that there must be something change and learning. So I just joined that. Hopefully, I'm going to learn something new. Over to you, Toastmaster Akash.
We are honored to have you, Toastmaster Faya Akhtar, and looking forward to see you in next meeting as well. So we have another guest, and it's Joanne. Ma'am, are you with us?
Hi everyone, I'm Joanne from Penang, Malaysia. Have you been to Malaysia?
Okay.
I'm from Malaysia. I got a link from the online attendance zone, the Toastmaster online, and I've been in Kazakhstan at 5 p.m. just now, and now it's 9:30 p.m. I'm in Pakistan, so I'm traveling the world, enjoying my life right now. Hope to attend more of your meeting. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, ma'am. Lovely to have you. So we have another guest, is Bilal Qureshi. Sir, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you guys. Could you hear me?
Yes. So can you please introduce yourself and how you get to know about our meeting?
Sure. So my name is Bilal Qureshi, and I'm a corporate trainer and / I'm a linguistic trainer. And I've been referred by one of my great friend who I've known for last 5 to 6 years. His name is Hassan Akram. So he just sent me the link via WhatsApp. So I've joined you guys, and I hope it goes well.
Thank you, Bilal, Mr. Bilal Qureshi. Lovely to have you. So,
Thank you.
So with this, I would like to hand over this meeting to the person who is a doctor by profession. He is the past Vice President Public Relations of Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club, and he brought amazing transformation in the public relations of Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club. And let me tell you that if you want to get a free medical advice, you can contact her. So with your huge round of applause, Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Rehana. Mic is yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much, worthy President Toastmaster Akash. A long time ago, Persia was ruled by King Shahryar. The king would marry and kill his new wife every night. One day, a queen came into his life. She was gifted with divine intelligence and eloquence. She would tell him mesmerizing and captivating stories, full of adventure and suspense, each ending on a cliffhanger. The king was amazed by the stories. He would not kill her because he was eager to know what would happen next. Time passed by. The king fell in immense love with the wonderful storyteller and spared her life. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, this amazing storyteller was the legendary Persian queen, Queen Scheherazade of Arabian Nights. She is one of the great storytellers of all times. How many of you remember Ali Baba saying, "Open sesame," Aladdin and the magical lamp? Adventures of Sinbad. Dear fellow Toastmasters, storytelling has been around us since mankind started communicating. As cave dwellers, people used to draw with their hands on the caves. The Chauvet cave in the southern mountains of France has well-preserved drawings of mammoths, lions, deers. And let me tell you, these drawings date back to 30,000 years ago. I will talk more about the theme, but now I will briefly tell you the segments of the meeting. The first and foremost segment is that of the table topics. The real purpose of table topics is to develop and hone the impromptu speech skills that all of us so direly need in our day-to-day lives. Our table topic master will call one of you randomly, ask you a question or give you a statement. You will think about it on your feet and speak about it for minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes. The second segment will be that of prepared speeches. 3 of our fellow Toastmasters will deliver prepared speeches from their respective pathway manuals. The last segment is Heart of Toastmasters meeting. It is the evaluation session. An expert team of evaluators will evaluate each and every speaker in the meeting, and they will give their commendations and recommendations. And this is very essential for the growth of the speakers and the club. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, we cannot run our meeting smoothly without the help of role players. They really help us in running the meeting smoothly. Let's have brief introduction from our role players, and they will tell you how they are going to perform their role. Timer for today's meeting is an amazing Toastmaster, Toastmaster Hassan. Over to you, Toastmaster Hassan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rihanna, for giving me an opportunity to introduce myself and my role. As we all know, time is very important, and the meeting cannot run without a timer. So as a timer, I will basically time the table topic speakers, the formal speakers, and the evaluators, right? And I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and the red card, which denote the specific time remaining. Table topic speakers should not exceed their speech to more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. For those who are giving their speeches for the first time, like the icebreaker, so for them, the time is between 4 to 6 minutes in length. So at 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card, and at 6 minutes, I will raise the red card. And for the prepared speakers, other than the icebreakers, the maximum time is the 7 minute. So at the 5 minute, I will raise the green card. At 6 minute, I will raise the yellow card, and at 7 minute, I will raise the red card. But we have an exception today. Today, Jaya Jagis is going to deliver her last speech for the project. So her speech would be of the maximum she can go up till is 12 minutes. So at 10 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 11 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. And at 12 minutes, I will raise the red card. And the individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hassan, for telling us the importance of time. Toastmaster Rizwan is our counter for today's meeting. Toastmaster Rizwan, can you please explain your role? We have an amazing Toastmaster as grammarian today. Toastmaster Anas, can you please explain your role as grammarian?
Thank you so much, Ms. Toastmaster of the evening. Now we all know the importance of grammar and the importance of grammar in English in particular. It just changes the meaning of sentences and whatever we say. Today I will be noting down all the good and bad usage of English grammar. My only request to all of you guys is use the word of the day, and that is eloquent for today, meaning fluent and persuasive while speaking. We all want you to become eloquent speakers. So here's the opportunity. Over to you, Miss Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anas. We have vote counter today, who is an amazing Toastmaster, Toastmaster Daniel. Toastmaster Daniel, will you please explain your role as vote counter? Our question master for today is a wonderful Toastmaster, Toastmaster Mahima. Toastmaster Mahima, please tell us your role as question master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rihanna. Today I am the question master. The role of the question master is to listen intensely to everything that is said during the meeting and to create 5 or more questions to ask the audience. These questions are intended to test the audience listening skills. If no response is given to a question, I will provide the answer and I will move on to the next question. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mahima. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we will move on to the first segment of our meeting. The first segment is fun-filled session of table topics. Today, our table topic master is software engineer. He is an amazing Toastmaster. His favorite character from the stories is Batman, and his favorite story is Lion King. Please join me in welcoming our amazing table topic master, Toastmaster Shehzor. Over to you, Toastmaster Shehzor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rihanna, for the introduction. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening. One of the most exciting portions of the Toastmasters meeting is the table topic session. The main objective is to challenge members to develop their improved communication skills, to effectively think on their feet by answering unrehearsed questions. We also want to give every member the opportunity to speak at each meeting. We do this with the table topic session. A table topic session is specifically designed to develop 4 essential communication skills: listening, speaking, organizing, and thinking. Today, as the table topic master, I will be asking you questions. Your response must be between 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, a green card will be shown at your screen. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, a yellow card will be shown at your screen. At 2 minutes, a red card will be shown at your screen. I also encourage you to use the word of the day, eloquent, which means persuasive or fluent while writing or speaking. So let's start today's table topic session. Toastmaster Hassan.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
Your topic is.
Can you speak a bit louder? I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect.
Convince everyone to eat food at your favorite restaurant.
All right, Mr. Shazor, for giving me the topic of my, happiness, as I always love eating food. So, right, so I have to convince everyone to have a dinner at my favorite restaurant, right? Perfect. Okay, so, as you guys know, I'm a foodie. I make big muscles by eating a lot of food, a lot of protein, a lot of carb, a lot of fat as well, because it's a collection of calories which you have to take now to get big muscles in you, to get in shape. My favorite restaurant would be all the time. If you have heard in F7, it's called Le Kabli, because I love their funny food, and it's really tasty and delicious. So when the lockdown is over, I want everyone to, come with me and have a meal there with me. Don't worry about the bill because it's purely would be on American system, so you don't have to worry about the bill. So yeah, I would love to take you guys to Kabli where we can have actually scrumptious food and enjoy the meal. And it would be fun because it is going to be the first outing after the pandemic and everything. So I would love to take you guys to Kabli restaurant. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hassan. The next speaker, guest Joanne Dan. Are you here?
Hi.
Hi. Your topic is, what would you do if you were the opposite gender for a day?
Sorry again.
What would you do if you were the opposite gender for a day?
Oh, okay. Hello, everybody. My name is John. I would actually love to do that. You see, I've always got people coming to me with very, very cliche, how do you say, cliche, what do you call that? The one that man goes to the pub and just give you one sentence and just try to get you to have a drink with them. Pickup lines. Yes, I really, really hate guys with bad pickup lines. I mean, gone were the days where girls fall in love with the guys who give you just a simple pickup line so that they can get you to drink with them. I think girls nowadays are very smart. All right, so do not underestimate girls anymore. So if I were to be the opposite gender for a day, maybe I would really love to go to a place where I can find smart girls, talk about nothing but politics, about religion, about, I don't know, feminism, about the world war, or even coronavirus, the pandemic. So it would be really nice to have a smart conversation with a girl right now, because life is already boring facing your own gender itself. You see, I'm sick of being a girl, having to have period every month, suffering from all this, and having to be seen as the lower gender, as the people who are not smart enough compared to the men. In our area, our region here, people think men are superior, but to me, I think women are equally capable and equally smart with a man. So if I were to have a chance to be a man, the opposite gender for a day, I would definitely want to go for a smart communication, a smart conversation with a smart girl. Back to you.
Thank you. Smart. Now we have guest TM Vaya. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are. Your topic,
Sorry. Yes.
would you rather drink all the beverages from a huge bucket or a baby bottle?
I can't hear you. Can you speak loudly?
Would you rather drink all the beverages from a huge bucket or a baby bottle?
Meeting, right?
Oh,
Yeah, last time when
would you like to have the all beverages from the water bottle or the baby bottle? This is the topic.
From a huge bucket or a baby bottle?
Can you change the topic because it's not clear to me?
Your favorite dish and why it is your favorite?
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Table Topic Master of the Day, Toastmaster Sharos, that there are many dishes which are my favorite. It depends on my mood. Basically, my mood always change according to the station. I like the Italian dishes. The mostly I like the pasta and all things, but the all the time most favorite is the dalim. It's known as the halim as well, but the real name is the dalim. This is so much hard to make it. I thought to make that I should try at home to make that. But really, this is quite tough to make it because it takes lots of the time and lots of the energy. So it's better to go and just have from the restaurant. So dalim is all the time the favorite, and of course the most important is the biryani as well, with everybody known about the favorite dish of the Pakistan. I am so much foodie person. Basically, people need to eat food, but I just leave. I say that leave for the eating food, because eating food is very best hobby, because you have the lots of the different things to eat. Not only in the Pakistan, I am talking about it like the Turkish. I love the food of the Turkish, especially their breakfast. I have start having it in the breakfast, like the olives and the bread which they have, like the particular egg they have, the many more things they have. So this is the very nice thing, because health is wealth and the food is the life, and there must be the life for all of us. So back to you, Toastmaster, topic master of the day. Over to you.
Uh, Next speaker we have Toastmaster Mahima. Are you there? Toastmaster Mahima.
Yes, Toastmaster Shazor.
Your topic is, if you could fly like a bird, where would you like to go?
If I could fly like a bird, where could I go?
Yes, yes.
You all know that I live in a country where there's hard to travel. As I live in Pakistan, it is too hard to travel for a girl alone. But if I would a bird, I will travel all over the world. It is my hobby. Yeah, it is. I want to travel the whole world. I want to explore the world. It is my passion. I want to see the beauty of the nature. So if I would become a bird, I will travel all the beautiful places. I will go on the top of the mountains and feel the fresh air. I will go to the beautiful trees, to the beautiful islands where I can't go alone. I will go to the beautiful restaurants, to the beautiful flowers, and all the beautiful places in the world. As a human, there are some hurdles, but a bird can go anywhere. And I don't want to be a bird in the cage. I want to be a bird that fly alone and that fly freely. Thank you, Toastmaster Shazor. To you.
You are a free bird. Next speaker, Toastmaster Rabia. Are you?
I'm here.
Your table topic is, if you could change the Pakistan's education system, what would you do?
Thank you, Toastmaster Shazor. Is it from me or from Toastmaster Rabia Khan?
For Rabia only.
Yes. From me?
For you.
Okay. Thank you for a wonderful topic. And I've been discussing it with all my friends of my circle, that if I could change something in education system. Firstly, I would change the mediums, that is English. The few kids are studying in English medium, then there are kids who are studying in Urdu medium, and then there's kids who are studying in madrasas. So I'll probably come up with something that is one for all kids, because you cannot judge a fish, you cannot judge anybody to just fish by climbing a tree. Not everyone is equal. If we provide equal chances to all the kids, then we can come up with something that is, we have to set a criteria for that. Secondly, I will do something, I'll abolish this AO level system, metric FSC system, and then there's another thing that is coming, upcoming IB. I'll come IB system. I'll come up with something that is equal and approachable and affordable for all the kids. IB system and this A-level system is not affordable for all the kids. Beside all the experiences and education what they get, but it is not affordable for all the kids. So I'll change this thing. Thirdly, I'll try to make it more, I'll try to detach it with a business kind of a thing, because all the private schools, we have to send our kids to private schools as government schools are not doing their job properly. So I'll detach this thing with the, with the business kind of thing. So that's from my side. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Shazor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nadia. The next speaker we have Lee Buckley. Are you here? Lee, am I pronouncing it right?
That's correct, Toastmaster Sajo. I'm here. Let me just.
Your topic is, would you rather have a head the size of an orange or a watermelon?
Thank you, Mr. Table Topics Master. The head the size of an orange or watermelon? I would say it doesn't matter what size I have. The only problem is I pity my mother. If I had the head size of a watermelon, imagine how hard it would have been for her when she had to give birth to me. So I think I'd rather go with the size of an orange, just for her sake. Imagine the size of an orange. It's small, but it doesn't matter. I may still be smart. If I have the size of a watermelon, it might be big, but it's just full of water. So, if I were to ask you, would you pick watermelon or would you pick orange? What would your choice be? The other advantage of having a small head is you can fit into anything. Okay? If you were to buy a normal size shirt, you can always fit into it because it can go through your head and your neck. But imagine if you have the size of a watermelon. What are you going to do? You might have to have your clothing customized for the rest of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, as what we say, it doesn't matter, watermelon or orange. The thing that matters is who you are and what you stand for. Back to you, Mr. Table Topics Master.
Thank you for explaining. Next, we have Toastmaster Ahmed. Sorry, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
You have to explain the phrase, all is fair in love and war.
Thank you so much, Table Topics Master. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to explain the phrase, all is fair in love and war. Now, I have no idea where this phrase comes from, but I totally disagree with it. A lot of people used to use it to justify their transgressions, their warmongering, as well as their harassment of another person. And it does so much damage. Nothing good comes out of wars. I think we all can agree with that. Sometimes it is inevitable, but there are so many ways to prevent that. And if there is a war, there was a concept of a just war or some sort of nobility in war, which was wiped out recently during World War I or World War II. After that, that concept went out of the window. But there were a lot of rules that people followed. So you don't harm women and children. You don't harm the helpless. You don't kill anyone who has surrendered. But all those things have gone out of the window just because of this very phrase. When it comes to love, we've seen a similar thing. When two people love each other, then that's another matter. Yes, it's their choice, it's their right. If they have to go up against the world, then so be it. But people use this very phrase to harass other people, to damage other people's reputation, to do all sorts of nasty things. And that is just unacceptable. So the phrase, everything is fair in love and war, I totally disagree with it. And I still have no idea where it comes from. Whoever said it was incorrect. And I disagree with it. Over to you, Table Talks Master.
Next, we have Toastmaster Daniel.
Yes, I'm here.
Your topic is you have to spend 2 days in jail for stealing a pet.
Stealing a what?
Pet. Dog or cat.
Okay. I have to spend 2 days in jail for stealing a pet. Right now, my getup is like I am a person who needs to go to jail. Basically, I'm coming from outside, so I didn't have the time to get ready. So I'm in jail. You can see this is a beautiful jail, and I stole a parrot, a beautiful parrot. Now, why did I steal a parrot? You all must be imagining, why did I steal a parrot? What was the good in me stealing a parrot? Well, it was a talking parrot. And he lived in my neighbor's house. And he did not let me sleep all night. All night he called out his owner name. He called out my name. He did not let me sleep. Well, come on, look at my eyes. I had to do something about it. So I sneaked in, I got it, I put a tape around. I'm sorry, I should not do this. As I was taking the parrot to myself, I decided, no, this is wrong, I should give it back. But as I was about to give it back, it was too late. The police was already there. They thought that I am the culprit. They caught me and here you go, I'm in this jail. Sad. That's all from me. Thank you.
For stealing the parrot. Next, we have Rabia Khan, Toastmaster Rabia Khan. Are you there?
Yeah. Yes, I'm here.
Your topic is if all the jobs had the same pay and working hours, what job would you like to have?
So if all the jobs had same working hours and same pay, what job would I take? That's my topic. Thank you, Table Topic Master. Now, you have actually put me in a difficult situation because personally, I would choose any job based on definitely the work hours, number of work hours. If it's based from working at home, I would love the job. And depends if I'm boss of somebody or I'm my own boss. I had an experience of working a month under a guy who was such a shitty boss. He was a shitty human being. And why I'm saying this? Because the very first day I went as an internee, he mocked me on the nail paint, the color of my nail polish. And he just told me in a flirtatious sound, "You're such nice shape, but the color is not nice. You should go and change it." And that was the day that I decided that I'm going to beat this guy. It took me an entire month, and I worked so hard that at the end of the month, that guy did not trust anybody but me. And I can make him do whatever I want, no matter how hard that thing was. Now, why I'm talking about my experience is it really matters. If the pay was same and if I'm my own boss, I would love that job. But if everything was same for everybody, what I would have loved to be is a waitress. Why? Because serving food to people is one of the most sweetest pleasures that I think there is. I would love to serve all kinds of people, all kinds of children, people coming from all walks of life, and just serving them and giving them that small pleasure of their life. The basic thing that we all love, food, would be the best. That would be the best time of my life. I think that's something that I would not trade for anything else. Over to you, Mr. Development Master.
Next we have Al Qureshi. Are you there?
Yes, hello.
Your topic is which superhero you like the most and which superhero you hate the most.
I actually, could you repeat your question, please? I can't hear that.
Yes. Which superhero you like the most and which superhero you hate the most.
All right. So actually, it's my first time in Toastmaster. I've been referred by Hassan Akram, so I hope that I would be giving my best on this. My favorite superhero is Superman because he's Man of Steel. You can't destroy him, and he has the most incredible superpowers. The the best one is flying. I love to fly. I hope someday I've got wings and I fly all the world and see the beauty and the nature. So I was a kid around like 7, 8. I started reading comics. I was studying in British National, so one of my classmates, they introduced me Archie. If someone is familiar with Archie, Archie is a very famous comic in your childhood. So I started the comic book there, and I stumbled upon Superman, and it was one of my dream character to be. And I always wish to play that role, but unfortunately I can't. I know that. So this is one of my favorite superhero. And hello. Hello.
Bilal, carry on, carry on.
Okay, so that is my favorite superhero, and the least I hate the most is the recent one, the Aquaman. I hate to get wet within the oceans. You know, the ocean is something to explore the nature. Like we doesn't know there is another world in the ocean when you go, and when you explore, you discover, you stumble upon very good creatures living among us, but we are not familiar with them. But being and what you say. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Continue.
Some issue.
I think we have lost Bilal.
Yes, we can move on to next speaker.
The next speaker.
I guess it's the bad connection. I just got lost.
Toastmaster Shazul, we can have one last speaker.
The next speaker we have Asadullah Khan. Are you here? He is gone. Toastmaster Rizwan Bashir, are you here? Toastmaster Rizwan? Toastmaster Jaya Jagi, are you here? Toastmaster.
Yes, Toastmaster Shazo.
Your table topic is what is in your fridge right now?
Can you repeat?
What is in your fridge right now?
What is in my fridge?
Fridge, right. Fridge.
Okay. Thank you, Table Topic Master. I don't know what is in my fridge because I'm a person who does not open the fridge. It's the responsibility of my mother to open up the fridge and see what's there, something tasty for me, take it out, take it to the flame, cook the food, and give me the food on my bed. Why should I open up the fridge and see what's there? And if anyone of you wants to know what's in my fridge, you all have to come to my house and you all have to open it up and see what's there. Probably you might see eggs lying on the first shelf, as everyone would imagine in their own houses. Secondly, you will see some loaves of bread, might be some vegetables, which I really don't appreciate. And again, some ice, some makhan, some milk, and something that I really don't want to eat. And with this, you have initiated this hunger in me because I want to go out rather than speaking. I want to take some food, I want to cook food, and I want to eat something. But then I realized that I am a mama's princess. I will just order my mom to take out something from me. And if, in case, there is not anything tasty in my fridge to eat, I will order Food Panda and I will ask them to bring KFC for me so that I can enjoy that KFC with the tea made by my mom and will enjoy these amazing table topics. I know you all wanted to know what is in my fridge. I am sad I did not tell you what's in my fridge, but yes, I invite you all to see and to enjoy those, probably, I hopefully, if there are any tasty dishes in my fridge, to enjoy together. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaya. I think as the time is over. Timer. All the speakers have qualified.
Yes, all qualified except for Bilal Qureshi because he's new, so I think he was not aware of the rules. All the speakers qualified except for Bilal.
Kindly vote for the best table topic speaker.
Everyone can vote me in my private chat in Zoom. I'm sending the names of the speakers.
Okay.
Right. I will now hand over the control to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rihanna.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shazor, for conducting such a wonderful and fun-filled table topic session. Please vote for the best table topic speaker. Coming back to theme of today's meeting, do you people ever wonder why human beings love to listen to stories? Wonderful storytellers and story listeners, research shows that human beings are hardwired to retain and receive information through storytelling. Let's go back in time when we were little children. We were told stories, bedtime stories, fairy tales, family stories by our mothers, our grandmothers. Amazingly, they would fill these stories with all the expressions that would make us happy or sad or even brought tears into our eyes. The purpose of all these stories was to amuse us, to entertain us, to teach us moral values, and to stir our imagination. Fellow Toastmasters, storytelling is one of the most powerful means to influence, teach, and inspire people. Good stories create sense of connection between people and build trust amongst people. Storytelling is a very important and valuable social tool. Over the centuries, the art of storytelling has evolved from visual and oral storytelling to written storytelling. The era of digital storytelling began in 1939 when a magical box was invented. Can anybody tell me what was the name of that magical box that was invented in 1939? That magical box was named as television. Here we are in the 21st century. with social media buzz all around us. These days, we like to tell and share our stories primarily through social media. I will come back to the theme of the meeting. I'm going to begin the second segment of our meeting, that is of prepared speeches. Our first prepared speaker for today is a wonderful Toastmaster Salman. He will be delivering his second project from level 3 of visionary communication. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Salman with big round of applause. Over to you, Toastmaster Salman.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rehana. Am I audible? Fellow Toastmasters and guests, have you ever been to a circus show? Have you ever been to a circus show? I think you have been to any circus show where you have definitely seen how the performers perform perfectly and amazingly, skillfully to entertain their audience. How? Because they are very much interested in their work. They have hard workers. They have worked hard to entertain their audience, to put their message across. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, do you really want to become a great speaker? Do you want to become a great communicator or leader?
Yes, we do.
Yes, of course. The answer is yes. Everyone is ready to become a great speaker or a communicator or a great leader. That's why we all are here in this Toastmasters Club. We learn from each other because one day we want to see ourselves as a great leader, as a great communicator, and of course, as a great speaker. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, research has shown that if you are interested in something else, you can develop the skills and you can be anything else you want to in your life. Let me share with you a short story from my school days. When I was in my school, I was good at drawing human heart in my biology class. Believe you me, everyone from my class fellows came to me and asked me to draw human heart for them. I did so because that was an inspiration for them. How? I was very much interested and passionate about drawing hearts in my class. So that led me move forward to achieve my goal. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, the world is full of famous people and successful people. For example, Michael Jordan, Steve Jobs, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Abdul Sattar Idi, Mother Teresa, and so many other people around you. How they became successful and famous. They worked hard. They were interested in their jobs and they were very much deeply passionate about what they were doing in their lives. And they loved what they did in their lives. And you see how they are successful. That is a great example for us. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, have you ever spared some time and think about this thing, that are we really interested and passionate about what we are doing in our lives? Do we? I think very rarely we get some time to think about our life, what is going on in our life. fellow Toastmasters and guests, Toastmasters Club is one of the best places for everyone, for all of us. We are here to learn from each other, to gain knowledge, to develop skills. At the end of the day, to become a great communicator and a great speaker, and of course, a great leader. But wait a minute. Are we really serious and interested, and at the same time passionate about what we are doing in our Toastmasters Club? Are you interested in what you are doing in the Toastmasters? Are you having fun doing it? Do you love what you do? If you are not happy, if you are not having fun with it, if you don't love what you want to achieve during the journey in Toastmasters Club, then what happens? At the end of the day, all of your efforts go down and eventually all in vain. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, you are unique. You are not a different person from anyone else. You have got the potential. You have got the motivation. Please create more interest in what you are doing in Toastmasters and be passionate about it. If you are interested, you can learn more. If you are passionate, you will feel like you cannot live without it. Remember, follow your dream, follow your passion. Do not let anyone else bring you down because you are unique. You have got a great personality in you. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, are you really interested and passionate? Take a pause and think over it. Over to you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rehana.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Salman, for telling us amazing stories. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Salman's speech will be evaluated by our diligent and earnest presiding officer, Toastmaster Akash. Fellow Toastmasters, technologies will continue to evolve rapidly. Great storytelling will always allow you to capture your audience. This is a fact that is unlikely to change ever. With this, we are going to listen to our second amazing speaker for today. She is our club secretary. She is a passionate Toastmaster, and she will be delivering Project 2, Level 2 from Dynamic Leadership. Her speech will be evaluated by our diligent Vice President Education, Toastmaster Daniel. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Sarat. Over to you, Toastmaster Sarat.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Have you ever wondered why sometimes the same message delivered by two different people brings out different outcomes? Or have you ever noticed that the person you are addressing to seems impatient or unattentive? If yes, then this is probably because you are using a wrong communication style. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening. Until last week, I had no idea about various communication styles or that each person had one most dominating style. But after I read my project and filled out the questionnaire, I learned that it is not only important to be aware of all communication styles, but to also know when to use which communication style to achieve the best outcome. So with this, let us get into a simple game. First, I would explain to you different communication styles and then would ask you to guess my communication style. Let's start with the first style, that is the initiating communication. To explain this, I would like you to think of Toastmaster Akash and Toastmaster Jaya, and that first day when you visited RTC. I'm pretty sure that one of them would have approached you with enthusiasm and energy and would have initiated a spontaneous and joyful conversation. I remember visiting Toastmasters with my sisters for the first time, and Toastmaster Jaya approached me with all her charm, and that's what she said. Hello girls, it was so nice to see you, especially because you brought gender equality to the club. Because I am mostly the only woman in this club, and your little sister is so cute, mashallah, and you all did an amazing job in table topics. Thank you for having us. Thank you for coming here. Now, because of her such gregarious nature, we immediately felt at ease and welcomed at Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club. And I had decided that this is the club I will definitely join. So,
Toastmaster sir, we can't hear you.
am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so I don't know where I got disconnected, so I'll continue. So the second style is the supportive communication style. And for that, I can only think of one person, that is Toastmaster Rehana. Her speaking style is calm, steady, and approachable. She always addresses everyone gently and sincerely. I remember being very anxious and nervous about my first icebreaker speech, and I was telling her, what if I mess up? And she pressed my hand gently and said, it's okay, Saril, you do not have to worry at all. You will give an amazing speech and you will see for yourself. And because of her words and comforting tone, I immediately felt at ease and my morale immediately lifted up. And that was the time when Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club started to feel like a family. Thank you to you, Toastmaster Rehana.
Thank you, sir.
Initiating and supportive communication styles are motivated by their relationship, be it at work or at their workplace or personal relationships. They are fond of friendly work environments and they try to avoid conflict. Now, we will move on to the third communication style, that is the direct communication style. People with this style are confident, independent, and decisive, and they are fond of working in a formal work environment. And this style is mostly preferable where achieving targets is more important than building relationships. One example of direct communication that I recently came across is our president, Toastmaster Akash. Yes, we all know him as an initiating and supportive communicator. But when it came to monthly reports, he adopted a direct communication style. Let me tell you what he said. Saran, please provide your monthly report for secretarial work and take EC into confidence. Exactly, that's the perfect definition of direct communication style. And if you still want to see more of such examples, you are free to join our executive committee and experience for yourself how much of a direct communicator our president can be. And I can tell you, you will be surprised. Now, last but not the least, the fourth communication style being the analytical communication style. People with this style like to be precise, exact, and logical. So for instance, if your boss is an analytical communicator and you are reporting to him saying that sales are positive this quarter, he will immediately start questioning himself. What is positive? Is it 1%, 5%, or 10%? Give me a number. So to best capture his attention, what you should say, our sales have seen an increase of 8% over last quarter. In this way, you will be better able to hear and remember what you said. Now, having explained all communication styles, this brings me back to my question. What do you think is my most dominating communication style? Any guesses? Anyone? Okay. So my most dominating communication style is initiating communication, that is followed by the supporting communication style. I like to be protective but in a friendly and cozy environment. But yes, I do realize that that is not always going to work. So, dear fellows, in the last, I would say that this communication style is a vehicle to your destination. Just as a direct communication style cannot be helpful in welcoming a guest at RTC, so would an initiating style be ineffective in front of your boss until unless you provide exact facts and figures. So with this, after having read my project, I have learned many communication styles and have found mine. Have you? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saral, for sharing amazing stories with us. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, now we move on to the third speaker. The third speaker is very energetic and enthusiastic. She is Vice President Membership of Rawalpindi Toastmasters, and she is one of my personal favorite Toastmasters. She will be delivering Project 3, Level 5 of Visionary Communication. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Jaya with a big round of applause. Over to you, Toastmaster Jaya.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Can you please confirm if I am audible and visible and if there is no background noise?
Yes, you are audible. And sorry, Jaya, 1 minute. Your speech will be evaluated by very passionate and earnest Toastmaster Ahmed. Over to you, Toastmaster Jaya. You are audible.
I hope there is no background noise. Secondly, I would request not to chat during my speech because the messages pop up and I get distracted a lot. So this is one humble request from all of you. Chuk, 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 chuk. Hide, hide, hide. They are coming to kill us. They will slaughter us. And this way, we spent 3 dark, horrible nights in a tree. Without food, without water, but with the fear of being killed. This is a real story narrated by a very young girl, indeed a freedom fighter from subcontinent, while talking to BBC. Freedom has always cost many lives. According to a report, partition of subcontinent displaced 15 million people and killed more than 1 million. Fellow Toastmasters, future Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, have you ever wondered the struggles those freedom fighters have gone through, due to which we are able to enjoy this freedom? Definitely not, because it is more than what we have studied in our course books. Imagine a train full of people, everyone trying to get on, some people climbing the roofs, some hid in the tiniest corners of the train, and then men stepping at men, and at a station, who choke at a station, the compartments were attacked. People were smashed with an axe. Some monsters appeared from bushes and started shooting. Men, women, and innocent kids who did not know what was happening. They were afraid, but they were killed. There were bodies on the ground and red blood flowing around. Many people were forced to flee to the opposite directions of the countries because there was a border in between, leaving their homes behind, their belongings, and their families behind. Many women jumped into the well because they wanted to save their lives. They believed it was the easiest thing to jump into the well. Easiest thing, jumping into the well to save a life? It's definitely not an easiest thing. I can't even imagine lying in a dark room alone. But it was their journey of freedom. History has seen a huge massacre, lootings, killings, rape, abductions of humans. But you know the most sad thing about it? The saddest part is those humans were killed none other than but humans. Humans who became predators. Therefore, it is said, people write with gold and silver, but history is written with blood. Blood of animals? No. Blood of both the animals and especially the superior beings, humans. I remember the day when I tried to inquire how partition impacted the lives of people, and I wanted to interview. I went to a grandma and inquired, how did it happen? How the seeds of partition were sown? Her words gave me goosebumps and made me cry. It shattered me. I was in guilt. Guilt? Why? Because I never imagined this could be another dimension. I was only thinking about the long speeches our freedom fighters gave. I was only thinking about the long, long marches people had, the politicians had, the freedom fighters had, and the signed pacts on a page. But I never thought this. I never thought about this dislocation and the fear of life. I was told by the grandma how brutal people came with swords, searching for her family, going doors by doors, knocking on the doors. Hey, anyone inside? Knock, knock. Anyone inside? Can you imagine the fear? It gave me goosebumps when I imagined the whole story. Grandma, in her late 30s, was told this news by her servant that some people are searching for her family and they will kill her. And her servant told her to hide to save their lives. She immediately asked her kids to hide in a large trunk of cloth they had. There were mattresses and pillows and bed covers in that tank, and they all hid inside those tanks. It made me cry. I cried when I recall today those stories. The kids hid inside the tank of the cloth and the fear that people would kill them. This is not a joke. This is definitely not a joke. They left their houses with a pain. And now, after 73 years of independence, they are still going through those struggles. Can we imagine? Can we imagine the communities who used to live so peacefully, happily together, erupted into a violence? No, we cannot. Even when an animal is killed in front of me, I feel afraid. I remember the day when my family cut a goat in front of me and I was not able to eat that meat because that goat was cut in front of me. How could I eat that? And those kids, in their young age of 5 and 6, they hid inside the tank. It made me tear eyes. And it made me realize that how for granted I had taken that freedom fighting. How for granted I had taken that partition of subcontinent. I was interviewing an old man and I just asked him, how do you feel right now? Who had left his home? And he said, I will share a poem. And the poem I'm going to share with you is, the days of sorrow are over, brother. Now good times are coming. New life has come into a new life now. Those days were painful, but they are gone now. Now I am happy. Now I am happy. And he cried. He shattered. And I hugged that old man. I did not know who he was. He was not my relative, and he cried. He said that he was happy, but his eyes were filled with tears because he had seen his sisters jumping into the well to save their lives. He had seen the massacre of the people of the train, killing. This generation has definitely gone through a lot. There are many stories that we have never read. These are the stories you will not get into your curriculum books. No one will ask you to read it. But yes, it's our duty to understand the pain of the humans who are existing and have gone through this pain, and the pain they left while their houses. Last year, when I was approached on Facebook by an unknown family and they said,
hey, do you live in Pakistan? I said, yes. And they said, we see you are living in Rawalpindi. We had a house there in Rawalpindi and we are so excited. We want you to go to our house and take pictures of it. Wow, I could never imagine. I just said, it's okay. You are living in a new house over there. Enjoy their life. But they said, no, we want to come to your country. They applied for visa several times, but they could not get it because they just said, we have to see our home. And the authorities in the visa department would inquire, you just want to go to Pakistan to see your house because we do not know what's the value of the house. At that time, I could not understand that love for their own house, that curiosity. But now, when I am living far away from my house, and whenever I enter in my city after months, I feel goosebumps, I feel happy. Those buildings of my school, those houses, those pillars make me so happy. I want to go back to that time, and I wish I could take my house from there and bring it here. I wish I could live with my family the same way I used to live. And then I realized that thing. I realized, oh yes, house holds a very important value. That wall, that belonging had a special value. And yes, after years of struggle, I invited them to Rawalpindi and I took them to that house. They were so happy. They were extremely happy to see that house. They were crying. They said, oh, here we had a bed. Oh, here was our kitchen. Oh, we want to hug the people who live in our house. And we want to thank you, the people who are taking care of our house. But I realized that these are the untold stories. I realized that these are the forgotten stories we should not forget. And if you have not yet read any such story, please go back to your elders. Please consult Google, find references, and see the partition stories. No matter what country who got freedom, no matter what the time was, but just every massacre, every killing had a very deep impact on the people who had gone through that time. And the people who have enjoyed this freedom should be grateful. And they should not mock upon, and they should not look down upon any person who had had long speeches that time. They also tell people that yes, apart from long speeches, there were killings of people, there were fear, and we will never forget these stories. These are the forgotten stories. We will make people realize, and we will ask the world to revive these stories. Over to you, Toastmasters of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jaya. You are an amazing storyteller. You brought the story of innocent freedom fighters who were slaughtered brutally to life. You really took us back in time. Thank you for the wonderful speech. Ladies and gentlemen, all of you are wonderful and amazing storytellers and story listeners. Do master the art of storytelling, because the best speakers, the best writers, the best leaders, the best teachers, and the best parents are all masters of storytelling. With this, we move on to third session of our meeting. The third session is that of evaluation session. It will be conducted by a wonderful Toastmaster. She is an engineer, she is an entrepreneur, she is a mother, a passionate Toastmaster. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Rabia. Over to you, Toastmaster Rabia.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rihanna, for such a warm welcome. Wow. I first want to congratulate you for such an amazing team and conducting it very smoothly and very enjoyable way. You always stun us. You always, you have taken us back to our childhood memories where we all used to listen to a lot of stories. Ladies and gentlemen, storytelling isn't new anything. It has been an important part of our culture for many generations. What has changed now is the way storytelling has moved out of bedtime regime to a larger formal settings. Now different storytelling workshops are been taking places for children, especially for children, to tell them about more specific and serious issues through stories. It's a great medium. One personal anecdote that I would like to share with you is that whenever my youngest aunt used to narrate us a lot of stories, and when she used to get tired of speaking, she always used to say, "Go to sleep, otherwise you'll forget your way in day night." I don't know why she used to say that, but now I've realized that she wanted just to wind up the things and wanted us to go to sleep. So without further delay, I will now call up go to the next session, that is evaluations, prepared speech evaluation. We have an eager, determined, self-motivated Toastmaster. He is a software engineer by profession, and he will be evaluating the table topic session for today. For this, I would like to invite Toastmaster Atif to evaluate our table topic session. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rabia. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, I would like to applaud Toastmaster Shahzor for the brilliant topics. The scenarios that he asked everyone was very interesting, very humorous, and it brought out the humor in a lot of speeches. So with that, I'll evaluate the first table topic speaker, and that was Toastmaster Hassan, who had to convince us to eat at his favorite restaurant. I liked how descriptive your speech was. I liked how humorous it was, and you also showed us how big you have gotten and how massive biceps you have. So it was extremely descriptive, and your invite at the end was the cherry at the top. And of course, all of us will take you up on that invite afterwards. The only thing that I would say is that there was some initial hesitation, which you could have avoided. Our second speaker was guest Joanne, whose topic was if she could be an opposite gender for the day. I really loved your start, how you switched into another character, John, and how you started playing that character. Your day-to-day anecdotes were very interesting, very humorous. And yeah, overall, it was a very humorous speech. The next speaker was Faya. Her topic was your favorite dish. And again, very expressive, very good body language, and very energetic. I like that she used a lot of phrases in her speech. For example, health is wealth. One thing that I would say is that she avoided the first topic that was given to her. And I would like to encourage everyone to go with any topic that is given to you, even if it's difficult, so that in that way you can improve more. Next speaker was Toastmaster Mahima. Her topic was if she could fly like a bird. Toastmaster Mahima was very articulate. Her description was very brilliant and very expressive. I liked how she described flying to the top of the mountains for fresh air. Very different but expressive kind of descriptions. One thing that I would say is to include more vocabulary. For example, you use the word beautiful a lot. Maybe you can switch it with breathtaking or spectacular. Next was Toastmaster Rabia. Your topic was a very difficult one, to be very honest. How would you change Pakistani education? But I liked how confident you were, even if your topic was difficult. I liked how you came up with 3 points, how you expressed those points, but there were a lot of bridge words in your speech, which disrupted your flow. But overall, it was a very difficult topic, and you gave a very confident speech on it. Next was guest Lee, and her topic was very humorous. Would she rather have a head of like an orange or a watermelon? Again, a very humorous speech. And I liked how she described scenarios of how her mother would have experienced her or how she would fit in clothes. So a very humorous speech. She asked questions in the middle. She ended it with a brilliant message. And overall, I found her speech spectacular. I cannot find any faults in it. Next is Toastmaster Ahmed. His speech topic was all is fair in love and war. I myself disagree with this notion, and I loved it when he also disagreed with it. I liked how he questioned the topic and how he tried to convince us with anecdotes and historical and examples as well. And I really like your online presentation. Most of us don't care about it, but I think in this era, we should have a better online presentation in our speeches. Next was Toastmaster Daniel, and his performance was absolutely impeccable. Every time I watch Toastmaster Daniel, I think he should be an actor or a comedian. I don't know what he's doing in Toastmaster.
Hear you, Toastmaster.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, brilliant performance by Toastmaster Daniel, even if you have shaved your head off. But your ending was very abrupt. After your story, you might have ended it with a lesson. So maybe you can work a little on your ending. Next was Toastmaster Rabia Khan, and her structure is always brilliant. She started with a personal anecdote, then she revealed which job she would like, and then she explained why she would like the job. So overall, her structure, her improvisation of that structure was absolutely brilliant. And one thing that I would suggest is not use the word shitty. I personally don't have a problem with it, but maybe it's a problem in Toastmasters. Next was guest Bilal. And I really liked his description and the anecdotes of how he came to know Superman and why he likes Superman. But one advice is maybe you can have the anecdote at the start and then reveal who your favorite superheroes are. It gives a better structure to your speech. Last but not least is Toastmaster Jaya. And again, the topic was absolutely brilliant. What is in her fridge? If it was me, I would start describing what was in my fridge, but kudos to Jaya. She switched it and she said she doesn't even know and her mother is responsible. So a very humorous speech, very descriptive. Her online presentation was a little below par, but she made it up brilliantly in her prepared speech. So overall, a very brilliant table topic session. And again, a round of applause for Shazor. I thought the topics were very humorous and they brought out the best in all of the speakers. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Ravi.
Sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster Atif, for such an elaborated and detailed evaluation.
Okay.
Now, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Akash. He's a supply chain professional by profession and a Toastmaster from past 2 years. He's currently serving as a president of our Toastmasters Club. He will be evaluating Toastmaster Salman, Project 2, Level 3 of Visionary Communication. Over to you, Toastmaster Akash.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rabia, Madam General Evaluator. Toastmaster Salman has given the second project of his Level 3. And the title of his speech was, Yes, You Can. I would like to congratulate you, Toastmaster Salman, that yes, you did. You transformed into an amazing speaker. The purpose of your speech was to inspire your audience, and you fulfilled that purpose. You inspired us all. The best thing I observed in your speech was your amazing start. You started with the question, have you ever been in a circus? Do you want to be a great leader? Do you want to be a great speaker? It intrigued us all that we are spending 7 minutes of our life to listen to you. And there is something for us. There is something for us to hear you. So hats off to you for this area. Another good thing I observed in your speeches, your speech organization. As I mentioned, you started with the question, you have a very good body with your own personal stories and questions to engage audience. And with impactful conclusion. But a good speech can be a great speech, and we can improve ourselves. So few area of improvements, what I would recommend you is that take what I just took, pauses. When you ask that, do you want to be a great leader? You are asking a question. Take a pause here. Do you want to be a great speaker? Take a pause here. Another area of improvement, what I notice in your speech is your facial expressions. When you said that, are you passionate? You could have said that like that. Are you passionate about it? And when you said that, are you having fun? You could have said that, are you having fun? And when you said that, are you in love with what you are doing? You could have said that, are you in love with what you are doing? Another area of improvement, what I observed in your speech was your hand gestures. You were using finger pointing hand gestures. And in public speaking, it is recommended that you use a palm up technique. It has a good impact on the audience. When you are pointing the finger, it could have the negative impact on the audience. So, Toastmaster Salman, another good thing I observed in your speech is that you had an impactful ending, that follow your dreams, follow your passion. Toastmaster Salman, overall, it was a wonderful speech with a good opening, with a good body, and with a good speech organization. A few areas of improvements are your hand gestures and your pauses. Overall, it was a wonderful speech. Looking forward to listen you more. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akash. You're always so eloquent. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Danial Ahmed. He is currently studying computer science from FAST University and working and serving as a VPE in RTC. He will be evaluating Toastmaster Saral. She delivered Project 2, Level 2 of Dynamic Leadership. Over to you, Toastmaster Daniel.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Starting with, what a wonderful speech it was. I salute you. Let me start with what an eloquent speech it was. The most energetic start. It is always a treat to listen to you. It's an amazing hook statement. You started with, I will, and then you brought a game in it. The game was that I will tell you some styles and you have to decide. At the end, you have to tell me what style do I use. Okay, I want to appreciate few of the things. Number one, your start. Number two, that catchy background. And nowadays in the meeting, we can use such props, such as the catchy backgrounds or some things. Gestures and facial expressions were on point, like you copied Toastmaster Akash and Toastmaster Jaya and Toastmaster Rehana, and how you told she held your hand or consoled you. That was wonderful. Facial expressions and gestures were on point. Everything was amazing. I have just one small thing that I want you to do. You were standing too close to your camera. Your head was being cut. This is a suggestion that you should be a little bit away from your camera. It will give you more reach as you can spread out more, as you can express yourself better. Overall, it was a great speech, great start, great ending, amazing voice control, amazing gestures. Everything was amazing. Loved your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daniel, for such a detailed evaluation. Now, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Ahmed Sajjad Zaidi. He is a technologist by profession. He loves to travel. He is first Pakistani blogger and now a YouTuber. He's currently working as a public relation manager for District 122. He'll be evaluating Toastmaster Jaya. She delivered Project 3, Level 5 of Visionary Communication. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful speech we heard from Toastmaster Jaya. It was her speech, and the purpose of this project was for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. And the topic that she chose, wow, what a topic, the partition of the subcontinent. That is, the topic itself was an amazing topic. It was a very moving topic. And the way that she delivered it, that, I don't have the words to describe that. She started with a story, with a very real, a very emotional story. And right there, we could tell, she caught our interest with her gestures, with her actions, with her vocal variety, and the use of emotions. She spoke about the partition with precise numbers, and she used some amazing quotes, such as history is written with blood. So real stories of real people. We all agree that stories are a great way to start your speech as well as to liven up your speech, and that was done beautifully. The joy of the family who saw pictures of their bedroom home, that was conveyed in such a wonderful manner. Well done. As well as the horror of the victims who suffered during the time of partition. Brilliantly done. And at the end, she summarized the speech beautifully. So that is a hallmark of a good speech, that you take the audience through the journey and then you summarize the speech at the end. Well done. Now the rest of the points, so clarity, that was there. I'll discuss some ways to improve that. Vocal variety, definitely, no doubt. You have improved so much from this time last year to now. It's just amazing. Eye contact, I'll get to that too in a bit. Gestures, you used a lot of gestures to convey the feelings, to convey the actions. Well done. Audience awareness was there. You were comfortable speaking to the audience, and you had the audience's interest. Plus, the speech was very well researched. Now, some areas of improvement. The speech, in my opinion, may have been more effective if you delivered it standing up. So then we would be able to see your actions, your movements more clearly. You could have used props such as pictures or other objects that you could have used to portray the story better. The audio was, at some points, it was very clear, but at other points, we could hear some noises and some different things. So it might be a good idea to test your mic out before, or to invest in a wireless mic. And one thing I would suggest is that when you're sharing something emotional, slow down a little. That will really help you convey your speech better. And lastly, to challenge yourself, I would recommend delivering the speech without using any notes. So that can be a bit distracting, and you may not come across very sincere when you do that. So practice doing that more. With that, best of luck in your future speeches, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ahmed Zaidi, for such a comprehensive evaluation. Now, coming back to the meeting started at the very at the very time. All the speakers stayed within the allotted time. Transition between the speakers were smooth, and I observed good attendance as well. I would like to give a suggestion that if everyone, all the participants, just turn on your cameras, so it will be more interactive. Since we are having a virtual meeting, it gets a little bit boring to see the picture or just black box written your name. Just or you can always put up your picture so that we can at least see that it's you. Thank you, all of you. In the end, I would like to appreciate Toastmaster Rihanna for coming up with such a creative, interesting theme and executing it brilliantly. I can assure you, Toastmaster Hannah, that we all enjoyed it thoroughly. Now that's all from my side. Now over to you, Toastmaster Akash. Thank you.
Reports from the tag team. Reports from tag.
Yes, sorry. Toastmaster Hassan, did all the speakers qualified?
Are you talking about prepared speakers or evaluators?
Both.
Prepared speakers
both
all
the
qualified,
speakers.
and regarding the evaluation, only Danial is disqualified because he talked lesser than the allotted time, and Akash and Ahmed, they qualified.
We have Atif as well. Okay.
I am sorry I didn't mark his time.
No issues. So we have, so all of, yes, Toastmaster Daniel, you're saying something?
Vote, please.
Yes, please, all of you, please vote for the best speaker and best evaluator. Now over to you, Toastmaster Akash. Thank you.
Toastmaster Rabia, grammarian, and our counter report.
Oh, so sorry. Can I take the report from our grammarian?
Thank you so much, Mr. General Evaluator. There are many grammatical mistakes in a usual Toastmaster meeting, but today was an exception. I could only note 3 grammatical mistakes in whole meeting, but it's not a crime. At times when we are speaking impromptu without any preparation, we can make these mistakes. But to me, what's a crime is not using word of the day. The whole week we have just one word to use, and it enhances our grammar a long way during our Toastmaster journey. And I noticed that only Toastmaster Rabia and Toastmaster Daniel use this word
I
of the...
also used it.
Sorry, my apologies. I had technical difficulties. So these 3 people were the ones who intentionally used this word, eloquent. And these are eloquent speakers, as you can all see. So I request all of you to please use these words in future. Over to you, Ms. Chen.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anas. Now, can I take the report from Toastmaster Rizwan Rashid?
He had to leave, so I have the report.
Okay, okay.
Now, I couldn't count all of them because he joined and then he left. So I will be only giving people who are present right now. Toastmaster Ahmed Sajjad Zaidi, 3. Toastmaster Hassan, 2. Toastmaster Rabia, 3. Toastmaster Lee Baki, 0. Toastmaster Sazor, 5. Toastmaster Rehana, 5. Toastmaster 2. And yeah, I didn't count myself, and I'm sorry others are left because Toastmaster Rizwan came and then he left. He had to leave because of some reason.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daniel. Now I would like to hand over meeting to Toastmaster Akash. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. In the beginning, I said that life is not a coincidence. It's a reflection of your action or what you say or what you do. So I request you, all of you, to think everything what's happening in your life, to meditate upon it, that why it's happening. So with this, we have some guests. It's Joanne Tran. Are you there with us? I guess she's not available with us. Then we have another guest. She's Lee Buckley. Ma'am, are you with us?
Yes, I am, Mr. President.
Okay, ma'am, can you share your thoughts on today's meeting?
Thank you, Mr. President Toastmaster Akash. I enjoyed the meeting today. I love how everyone participated and was enthusiastic when they spoke. Storytelling is indeed an art, and it's wonderful tonight. Well, this morning actually, it's one. Sorry, I'm just looking at the time. 1:15 in Sydney, where I am at the moment. So it's worthwhile staying up just to attend the meeting and to be able to participate in this wonderful meeting where everyone was enthusiastic and contributed and eloquent in their speeches. Back to you, Mr. President.
It's lovely to have you, ma'am, and we are looking forward to have you in our next meeting as well. You are invited in the Rawalpindi Toastmasters next meeting as well. So we have another guest, is Thomas Chen. Sir, are you with us?
Yes, hi everyone. So my name is Thomas. I'm from Singapore. Actually, I joined the meeting quite at the back because I had an appointment, but after I realized that there's still a meeting coming on, then I rushed all the way down. But I hear the evaluation part, and overall the vibes I get is something that is very positive, very supportive, and I love how everyone is being so supportive when the lady actually asked all of us to turn on our video camera. Most of us turn on the video camera because indeed it will make it more engaging and enriching session. So really love the teamwork, the team spirit, and hopefully I will have another opportunity to drop by again. Thank you so much.
Lovely to have you, sir. And we are looking forward you in our next meetings as well, sir. So, is Toastmaster Joanne with us? Ma'am, are you with us?
Yes, I am still here.
Okay. Can you share your thoughts on today's Rawalpindi Toastmasters meeting?
I absolutely love today. It's very educational. I can see our Toastmaster of the evening is doing a great job, very engaging, and all the other speakers are seriously inspiring, very enthusiastic. I really, really love this club. So hopefully I'll come back again. President, please keep in touch, and I'll make sure I'll come back, and I'll forget all the drinking session on Saturday night. I'll come here.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's actually Saturday night right now at 11 p.m. in Malaysia, and I forgot my drinking session because I want to come here.
Okay. Sir, ma'am, it's lovely to have you in our meeting, and we enjoyed your presence. So it's the time for question master, Toastmaster Mahima. Toastmaster Mahima, are you with us?
Sorry, my internet was slow. So, please, everyone, unmute yourself so you can answer my questions. My first question is going to change the education system in future?
Sorry, can you please repeat the question?
Who is going to change the education system in future?
Toastmaster Rabia.
Who disagrees to the phrase, all is fair in love and war?
Toastmaster Ahmed Sajjad Zaidi.
Atif also.
Yes, Toastmaster Atif and Toastmaster Ahmed. Who wish to play the role of Superman?
Bilal Qureshi.
Yep.
Whose background has ships and anchor?
Master Cyril.
Yes, correct. Who has sarcastically asked for a nail color?
Toastmaster Rabia Khan.
Rabia.
True. Who can be the actor or comedian in the future?
Daniel.
In the near future.
Master Daniel.
Daniel.
Okay. That's all.
Okay. So, results are ready, Toastmaster Daniel?
Yes, the results are ready.
Okay. Now is the time for results, and we have witnessed an amazing and competitive meeting. So I'm sure that your heart must be beating fast to know the results about the best prepared speaker, best table topic speaker, best evaluator, and last but not the least, big three. So Toastmaster Daniel, can you announce the results, please? Can you announce the result about the best table topic speaker?
Are tied between two people, so I had to choose the winner.
Okay. Toastmaster Daniel? Toastmaster Daniel, can you hear us?
Sir, I have the results with the
Okay,
certificate.
okay.
So can I announce?
Yes, you can announce the results.
Okay, so first, let's see who got the Best Table Topics Award, and that went to our guest, Joanne. Congratulations to you, ma'am.
A round of applause for Joanne Tan.
And the Best Speaker Award went to me. Congratulations to me, I guess. And
Congratulations
thank
to you, Toastmaster. Cyril, a round of applause. You have been so eloquent in today's meeting. So
and the Best Evaluator Award went to our President, Toastmaster Akash.
Oh, congratulations to me. A round of applause for me.
Good job.
And for the Victory Award, we have Toastmaster Shehzor.
A round of applause for Toastmaster Shehzor. He was doing his role, the table topic master, for the very first time, and he won the Big Three Award. So a round of applause for Toastmaster Shehzor.
Good job, man.
Okay, so the voting is done, but there is a surprise for all of you. Let me ask you a question. Who is the gamer here? Who loves to play games?
I do.
Okay. So Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club has initiated a gamification system. There are many things which go unrecognized. So we initiated the system of gamification, and there are few monthly recognition for the last month. So I'll start sharing my screen. Okay, so it's the distribution for the Gamification System Awards. And the first badge is I'm Everywhere. The badge, Rawalpindi Toastmaster is honored to present this badge, I'm Everywhere, for consecutively attending 4 meetings of Rawalpindi Toastmaster Club. And the badge goes to Toastmaster Atif Naeem, Toastmaster Ahmed Sajjad Zaidi, Toastmaster Akash Kumar, Toastmaster Anas, Toastmaster Danial, Toastmaster Jaya Kamal, Toastmaster Rabia Tariq, Toastmaster Hana Koser, Toastmaster Salman, Toastmaster Hassan, Toastmaster Mahima, and Toastmaster Usman. So a round of applause for all of you for your commitment and for your dedication, for your regularity in Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club. A round of applause for all of you. And the next badge is Standard Bearer, who take up the role in every meeting for 4 weeks. And the Standard Bearer badge goes to Toastmaster Atif, Toastmaster Ahmed, Toastmaster Daniel, Toastmaster Jaggi, Toastmaster Rehana Koser, Toastmaster Salman, Toastmaster Hassan Akram, and Toastmaster Usman. The next badge is Halfway There. And there are a few gamification points. And Rawalpindi Toastmaster is honored to present you the badge of Halfway There. And the badge goes to Toastmaster Atif, Toastmaster Daniel, Toastmaster Jaya, Toastmaster Rabia, Toastmaster Salman, and Toastmaster Mahima. A round of applause for all of you for diligently doing your roles. Ambassador. Now this award is for taking up the role in another club. Rawalpindi Toastmaster Club recognize and appreciates the efforts of Rawalpindi Toastmaster Club for presenting their club in other clubs. And the ambassador badge goes to Toastmaster Akash, Toastmaster Jaya, Toastmaster Rabia, Toastmaster Rehana, and DTM Umar Malik. So this award, the next award is Club Star. So you all can see who are the shining stars of Rawalpindi Toastmaster Club and the month of July. The Club Star badge is for one speech, one evaluation, one victory, perfect presence throughout the month, and taking up one tag role. And the Club Star badge goes to Toastmaster Daniel and Toastmaster Salman. The next badge is the Tourist. Rawalpindi Toastmaster Club also acknowledge and appreciate the efforts of its members to visit other clubs. And the Tourist badge goes to Toastmaster Nurulan. So a round of applause for her. Now this award is relating to guests, to bring guests. Toastmaster acknowledges the efforts of members who bring the guest into Rawalpindi Toastmasters Club, and they help them into turning into members. So this badge is for bring one guest to the meeting. And we have witnessed today as well, the Toastmaster Hassan Akram brought the guest today as well. So the hello badge goes to Toastmaster Hassan Akram. A round of applause.
Thank you.
And in the end, I would like to thank the gamification team of Rawalpindi Toastmaster Club. And the team members are Toastmaster Saral Gilani, Toastmaster Rabia Tariq, for keeping the record of all members of Rawalpindi Toastmaster Club. They worked hard day and night to keep the records of these members. We had the meeting for finalizing the name of badge takers. And I would also like to thank Toastmaster Atif and Toastmaster Hamza for making so amazing badges of these gamification system. So I hope you enjoyed today's meeting. And let's take a picture before adjourning this meeting. Toastmaster Saral, can you take the picture?
I request all of you to please switch on your cameras. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Peace. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Okay. So it was an amazing meeting. And with this, I'm adjourning this meeting. Looking forward to see you next week. Take care. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.